Off we go from Denver. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. On 1st and 10, Brown. Flushed out right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Ball past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5. Third play here in this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Brown. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Let's go now.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed.
Let's go.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuebu now. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On the stick.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
The Broncos had 5 and 11 on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
18 Cardinal.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Brown on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Ready.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg. Brown. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 23. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos nothing.
On the jump. Quick, Lions. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Broncos nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And I don't think he got there, no. Just short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for it here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. 104 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. From the gun, they'll try to... And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
19 Chargers, 19 Chargers.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 48 yards.
And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Ready, break. Hey, check that, street.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now Brown, off the bootleg. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Back to throw. Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. From 8 yards out.
And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay, ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. They give it to Williams, running right. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Check it.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Brown now. Off play action. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Forced out to his... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Agnew now to return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Neil Farrell putting his mark on the game with a sack. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught, it's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Broncos 6.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he returns this to the 22. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Screen play set up for Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw again. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. but think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got some space here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
70 range,
They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Check smash, check smash.
Here's Brown throwing on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one a product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. He's got a man complete.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas.
45 yards.
Dragon 60. Check smash, check smash.
Throwing on first down. Brown. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Looking to throw. Brown being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of...
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from going up by 30. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. There he goes left side. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Boy, CD, what a way to score. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. They got the big play, then they cough it up. It seems to be disastrous, but his teammate is there to scoop it and score it.
Not much else I can add to that, partner. I'll just say one thing. We just saw momentum swing several times on one play.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll try and throw for it. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps, and that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
50. Hurry.
Brown throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
18-9.
Now Brown throwing on 4th down. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, break. Head the street. Head the street. Go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Brown. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now here is another interception.
And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Rolling to his left. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Brown. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Warrior 70. Hurry.
On 4th down, Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Complete to number 13.
70 Ranger. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Ready.
Brown now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Palmer.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Here's Brown off the play fake. He rifles one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Here we go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Brown to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Back to throw. Brown. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Brown to throw on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Brown. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that.
And my goodness, another interception. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And this will be a touchback as
over the end line.
Okay, ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they...
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
Man, I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Trouble, 38. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Off the play fake, Weston. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point, where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is, For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short. And that is how this one comes to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Las Vegas, they earn one final victory and finish the regular season at 13-4.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Broncos,
and they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12.
And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way.